What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel. Check out the content, and I want to add my comments to a discussion that was had on the 520 podcast, right? And basically, the topic of discussion was is Caitlin Clark more famous than than the NBA basketball players, right? And I thought that was an interesting topic and something to really think about with all of the attention and the notoriety that Caitlin Clark has gotten from college and then her first 2 years in the WNBA, right? And now I listened to their discussion, and I think that Caitlin Clark probably can hold her own with as far as being famous with any NBA basketball player, not just here in the United States, but also I think she has international appeal. And I say that because of, like, let me see, when she played a exhibition game or something, I think it was in South America, and the response that she got from the crowd down there, right? So Caitlin Clark is big in my my opinion, not just here in the United States, but I think wherever people like basketball, um, worldwide, so if they like men's basketball and they like great basketball players, then she's going to have an appeal to them too, right? To that audience, basically to the same audience. So let me I want to play what Jeff Teague and the guys on his panel had to say about Caitlin Clark and how famous they think she is and where they think she measure up as when it comes to professional basketball players.
Maybe Nick Wright, but he said Caitlin Clark is like the biggest superstar under the age of 35, like especially in the basketball world. And I was just like, that's kind of crazy, but it damn got a little bit of validity to it. Like as far as recognizable star wise, like it's crazy. Like after Brian leaves, who's gonna be the next real star?
That nigga don't know Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I'm nothing.
He bigger than Caitlin Clark, you think?
Yeah, what?
What? Fuck yeah.
Caitlin Clark is big in the States. Wemby big everywhere.
In national.
All right, so that's Jeff Teague said that Caitlin Clark, like Wemby is big everywhere, but Caitlin Clark is big in the States, right? And like I'm gonna push back on that because, like I said, when I seen Caitlin Clark play I think it was an exhibition game, and down in South America, she got the that crowd, mostly Spanish kids and Spanish people, Hispanic, just went wild over her, right? So I just think that I think it was probably she has international appeal. Now the thing is, and the good thing about it is Caitlin Clark is early in her career and also is early in Wemby's career, right? I will say that I think Caitlin Clark is somebody who is more like she's somebody as a basketball player you can relate to. Because like what is this guy? This guy's like 7 feet 5 inches tall. Like people really can't relate. People really can't relate to somebody that tall, right? I thought my phone went off, but yeah, people can't really relate to a guy that's 7 feet tall. But Caitlin Clark is about the height of of an average woman, right? And so men don't have an issue with she's as a female, she don't really stand out as somebody who's awkward or different or odd. And little girls can relate to her because they can grow up to be Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark is probably only like about 5. They say she's 6 feet, and so that's tall for a female, but that's not exceptionally tall for. So I don't even know if she really 6 feet, but they say 6 feet. I don't think she really 6 feet. She looks just like the average woman as far as height and stature, and that's more relatable than the guy Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's an international
superstar, bro.
Yeah.
Now, American though. Do we have anybody on the American side that could question her fame or battle her in that situation? I know we got the A's.
She said all athletes, right?
He said basketball, basically. He was saying Americans under 35 as well.
American hoopers under 35?
They're tough.
I don't know, bro. I think so.
She might be the biggest. I don't know if she's more famous. Is she more famous than Jason Tatum?
Yeah, respectfully.
Okay.
I'm nothing.
I don't know.
I'm nothing. She's not more famous than
I think if people would have called and told them that Jason Tatum was at the Pike High School game, I think people would have pulled up. People called and said Caitlin Clark is at Pike High School, and niggas was like, "Oh, okay."
No, see, all right. So I disagree. I think if people call basketball fans, like if you call and say Caitlin Clark is at the local high school, I think people it's the same thing. They're gonna pull up for Caitlin Clark just like they're gonna pull up for for Jason Tatum, right? I think what is going to set either Caitlin Clark or the away from the NBA basketball players or separate them from Caitlin Clark is championship and winning. Like the more she win or the more Victor Wembanyama win, then that is right. Because I think the pool and the audience is the same for both for Caitlin Clark, Jason Tatum, and Wembanyama, right? The way that these players will separate themselves from each other is winning. Like if Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, they turn this team into a dynasty and they continuously win and she dominate in the league. And then these guys, you'll have Anthony Edwards win a championship one year, then Wembanyama win one year. Then you just have different guys and nobody established themselves and set themselves apart in the NBA. Then she'll definitely be bigger than them. But these guys, I think Jason Tatum has one championship. Victor Wembanyama don't have any yet. Anthony Edwards don't have any yet. What's the other guy? Shea Gilgeous has one already, right? So that's what I think the difference is going to be. Like it's not winning right there. It's just going to take and it's going to separate, like one of these players from the rest. That's what I think is going to take. But right now, I think they're pretty close.
It's regular season.
Yeah,
I just feel like respect to her. Like she in her sport, she's so mastered in her sport. I can see that, but I don't see her being bigger than these NBA players, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think she's bigger than Ant.
She's famous as hell though.
She's famous as shit.
She's super famous.
She is, bro.
And that impact, like you said, is crazy, bro. When you Denver the bottom league,
on some real shit, it's damn neir second glance. Like, oh shit, that is Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you.
I mean, that's a couple. That's everybody though.
Oh, nigga, and Edwards walking the motherfucker. Shay walks somewhere, that's Shay. Jason Tatum walking somewhere, nigga, that's Jason Tatum.
What you get? If you
because
see
they
Caitlin
big.
Clark, if you see Caitlin Clark, that's Caitlin Clark. She just no offense, but
she dressed down, bro.
She's not a tall girl. So
I
it's
sat next
like
to her at Del Frisco's for like 45 minutes. Was like, oh shit, this Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying on the second glance when you looking at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's the point though. Like,
yeah.
But when you recognize it's her, like
oh shit, like it's Caitlin Clark after you recognize.
Yeah, she famous as a bitch. Basketball players, y'all just
Super
different, bro. NBA players are just different.
See, what they talking about here is like stature, right? The physical stature. That's why I said, yeah, like if you see Jason Tatum in the mall, he can't. He's the dude is like 6'9" or something like that, and these guys are really tall, so they're gonna stand out. Even if you're not a professional basketball player, and you somebody who like 6'8", 6'9", you're gonna stand out, right? And people gonna say, "Oh, who is that? I wonder if they play basketball or they play a professional sport or something like that." You stand out, right? But Caitlin Clark, my point is like Caitlin Clark, she will be somebody that is more relatable because she looks like the average person. And then when you see her, if she winning championships and she's part of a dynasty, that's what will set her apart from all of these guys, man. So that's how I see it.
they so tall.
Nigga, Jason Tatum is 6'10", bro. Like, damn.
You see him walk in, you gonna know who the fuck is that.
Yeah. Like if Caitlin Clark, respectfully, walk in with the people that work with us with the volume, you gonna have to look around and realize like
her and Audrey damn near the same.
You saying her walking in? Shout out to game, man.
No, for real. Shout out to our people. We love them. She walked in with Jamie and them.
Pike. I didn't even recognize her.
I sat behind her at the game.
I didn't recognize her. I didn't know it was her until she was at the door.
Yeah.
And like we was about to go on overtime. She was at the door and somebody was like, Caitlin Clark right there. I was like, oh.
Yeah, to say she's the biggest basketball player in the world, that's a little tough.
Yeah,
I think, like I said, I just think it comes down to winning. All of them are famous because they play a professional sport and they be on, they be on TV and they get some exposure like that. But if she separate herself and she starts to winning and starts to like winning championships and dominating, in the WNBA, then it's going to be hard for these guys unless they duplicate that in their league in the NBA for them to keep up with Caitlin Clark. So that's my take on it. That's what I think is going to come down. Right now, I think they pretty much even because, Jason Tatum only had one championship. He has one. And like I said, Shea has one. And they might be a little bit ahead of her. I think really, and in the comments, one person just said that only two players that are bigger than her are Steph Curry and LeBron James. And so that will fall under my thing is that it's like Steph Curry and LeBron James are champions. And that just that gives you a different level of popularity once you start winning and dominating and being part of like dynasties and stuff like that. So she's in the group with those guys, though, that they're talking about. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, check y'all out in the next video. Peace.